to Channel 24. Today with me I have Brian Riga, who's the Director of Senior Services for Housing for St. Bernard's, and he's here to talk to us about Alzheimer's.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being here. So let's just start with a general question. What is Alzheimer's? If I understand, it's a form of dementia.
It is.
So just tell us a little bit about that, how maybe it differs from other types of dementia.
Well, dementia is memory loss and several other factors that are wrong in your brain. It could be searching for the right word, it could be losing names, it could be losing dates, different things like that. There's a lot of different aspects of what constitutes dementia, and Alzheimer's disease is a form of dementia. Some parts of dementia are reversible and curable. Alzheimer's disease is not.
What makes Alzheimer's so different from like other dementia that it's not curable?
It's what goes on in your brain, the amyloid plaques, and it's for. I'm not a clinical person, so I'm just going to put it in terms that I understood and everybody else might be able to understand. And it's the sticky gummy plaques that form on your brain. They're called amyloid plaques, and that's what cuts off the access to memories and thoughts and things like that, and will eventually just take over.
Are there any factors that increase the risk of getting Alzheimer's disease?
There are things like family history could be one. Just to say that because someone in your immediate family suffered from Alzheimer's doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get it. It's a genetic thing, but it takes pairs of genes, and we're susceptible to it's like rolling the dice on whether you'll get those or not. Other things like your environment and education even, different aspects like that go into whether or not a person could form Alzheimer's.
Is there anything we can do to reduce the risk?
Absolutely. There are several things that they have found in studies that could reduce the risk, and one is to stay active. Stay active both physically and mentally. They encourage people to read. Pick up a book or pick up an iPad and just read. Do the puzzles. You're doing mental exercises whenever you're doing that, and it's keeping your brain active and accessing parts that need to be accessed and need to be exercised every once in a while. So the recommendation is to see your physician, take care of your body, do what your doctor tells you, but then also exercise your mind just as much as you do your body.
Okay. What are some symptoms that maybe we should be looking for that may start popping up that we may think, is this Alzheimer's? I mean, should I be worried? Should I go get this checked out, kind of thing?
Well, everybody always thinks that if they misplace their keys, or if they misplace their glasses, or if they misplace things, oh my gosh, I'm getting Alzheimer's. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's if you misplace your keys and then never knew that you had keys, that would be a warning sign. It's not just forgetting someone's name. If I look at you and say, I know it starts with an L and I can't call his name, it's not necessarily Alzheimer's. But if I know you and we've had a history together, yet I don't recognize you, then there's a problem and something that you need to get checked out by a medical professional.
Is it difficult to diagnose because it has some similar symptoms to some other illnesses or diseases?
It is. It was in the recent history. They said that the only way to really get a diagnosis of Alzheimer's is during an autopsy when they look at the brain. But now they can do blood tests. They can test your genes. They can do things and say, yeah, this person has the markers that are indicative of Alzheimer's, and therefore we're going to go ahead with the diagnosis.
So what are your options at that point if you get diagnosed with Alzheimer's? Is it better to get caught early? I know a lot of times early detection is good for diseases, but does it matter in this instance?
It is. It is important to know yourself well enough to where if you recognize that there's problems, see a doctor, talk to your family practitioner, or a lot of residents that I deal with see a geriatrician that specialize in older people. They can go to the doctor, tell the doctor what's going on, and let the doctor or the staff there do tests and find out what's going on and does it warrant seeing a neurologist, perhaps, or seeing someone else who can make the diagnosis? Now, what we can do from the diagnosis on is, if you catch it early enough, you can do things like get on the medication regimen, which has proven to help. It doesn't make the symptoms go away, but it slows them down, and you're buying time, basically.
How much time do you think the medicine, how good is the medicine got? I mean, how much time does it buy you at this point now?
It varies. The saying is, if you know one person with Alzheimer's, you've met one person with Alzheimer's, because it's different. It's different in different people. It's different in different families. It's different depending on the level of severity. So it's a matter of finding what's going on with your body and with your mind, and seeing at what point you can catch it. The doctors are doing wonderful things with the medications, and there are several that residents are on, and they're doing combinations of medications, which also would help. So it's amazing what the medical profession can do now that they couldn't even 20 years ago.
Now, I think this is often thought of as a disease found in older people. I mean, is that true? Is it mostly in older people, or can people 30s, 40s?
It can manifest itself in younger people. I personally have met people that in their 50s that have been diagnosed, and we toured many memory care facilities across the country in developing St. Bernard's Villa, and we met people that were in their late 40s, early 50s that have full-blown Alzheimer's in the advanced levels. And so it's genetics, it's their education, it's their mind, it's their activity level, and it could be, they call it early onset, and you could be young and get it.
Well, Brian, I want to thank you for being here and sharing this. And guys, if you have any questions or concerns, find your local physician, go out there, ask questions, and they'll be happy to help you out. So thank you so much. Guys, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.